Thank you, John. Thank you all for coming along, and thanks to the organisers for the invitation, and really congratulations. I was last here before COVID, and in some of the places I visited, things kind of ground to a halt. It clearly didn't grind, Think Family didn't grind to a halt in Northern Ireland, so wow. Look, you all are interested in this subject. You've all used the resource, so I don't need to go into huge detail. Again, it was clear we needed to complement the efforts, not just in Northern Ireland, but around the world, with a low-cost, accessible resource to assist people in their Think Family practice and use of the family model. So this was a collaboration, a whole bunch of the usual suspects, and 9 integrated modules. The first 7 will provide the foundation learning to assist with using the model. There's a resources module, number 8. And then the most recent development has been a module for supervision. So really, again, recognizing the need for particular supports and ways of both creating awareness, but also improving and sustaining good practice. And the pictures will show some of the usual suspects. So it's been great fun working with talented people from around the world. And in the original filming we did with the educational show, actually the filming was done here at Queen's. Again, lots of work at the time, but I think it's paid off. So there's a diagram you're all familiar with, the foundation course, the resources and the supervision. And that's really all you need, but I might bother you for a little longer. So the content of the 7 modules, who's it relevant for? I don't think I could pick anyone in this room who it wouldn't be relevant for, so it's across the board relevance. We were pressured, understandably, to try and keep modules to a sensible duration, except for the last module, which gives a more comprehensive video of doing a family-focused interview using the structure of the family model. The modules follow a consistent structure. Those of you who've done the course will recognize that. And ideally followed in sequential way to acquire that information, which builds as you proceed. And it's really helping use of this this card. So if you like, the high prevalence version is using this card with just one person, and in adult mental health services it would be with the adult parent, and how to be family focused when talking with one person. It goes on, so it's got relevance not just for adult services, not just for adult services where only one person gets seen. CAM services, youth mental health services, it's been used in a whole variety of services. So having a conversation with the whole family is also dealt with. Each module addresses a key question. There's an overview, which is module 1. Module 2 is the why question, family-focused practice, and the family model. I won't get into detail there. I think we've heard a lot about the relevance of both family-focused practice and the family model as one way, one option to be able to deliver family-focused care. Now, I don't know if we'll... Okay, let's see.
This conversation had been used at the first point of contact even with the social workers. I would not be where I'm at now and be be apart from my children. The family model to me would mean that people would actually sit down and speak to you as a human being. They would actually sit and listen to you and ask, what is working for you today? How are you feeling today? How are the kids coping with what you're going through? And as I said, if it had been about 6-7 years ago, I think my life would have gone a completely different way and I would still have my children with me.
That's Nicola Keegan. So again, part of the work has been, I think the language is co-produced, and Nicola's been one of the important people we've worked with. Module 3 does the what. The what is the family model, principles, domains, arrows, and the key messages. I'm not going to go into detail there. The how question, again, there are videos which assist, and I'm not going to get into this one at the moment, but it gives the preparation and takes people sequentially through preparation to the actual doing and ways of managing the family-focused conversations. But again, we've got video footage which is self-explanatory, and so all the modules, this is the consistent approach, the introduction, the progression, starting with domain 1, guiding questions, detail on that particular domain, then some video. Again, won't go into that, but it gives you the idea, and really, access the program. It's worth it. Tips and tasks. It goes through domain 2, and domain 3, making all the connections. But I can. Should I just close it down? Yeah. Yeah. And then module 6 is the family-focused care plan. So interestingly, I think it's been very helpful that there's always been a very explicit focus. The purpose of our conversation with one person or with the entire family is to generate a care plan. And that helps to embed that conversation. It's not an open-ended conversation. And again, as we saw earlier with Barry's work, you don't get points for a pretty picture. You get points for a real rich content with a broad application of information in those domains, and it's an explicitly shared conversation. Anything that gets put in there is, of course, something that is understandable, meaningful, and the person or family members want that there. So the final, the talking with more than one person. Depression.
I can see in her face, like she doesn't smile and her eyes are really sad.
Anything else?
Well, like I can tell she's been crying. Like she does try to hide it, but like I can still see it.
So you're quite good at reading your mum. I can see that. When you notice she's sad, what do you do?
Well, like I'll ask her if she's okay, and like sometimes I give her a hug or something.
Does that work?
No, not really. Like she says she's okay and that I shouldn't worry.
But of course you do worry.
Yeah.
I just want her to be happy.
Of course, I can see how much you both care about each other.
I don't want my daughter to worry about me.
And I don't want you to worry about me worrying about you.
There, the two of you go again. I think we should talk about the D word.
What's that?
I think he means depression.
Marianne, do you know what depression is?
Yeah, like someone came in to talk to us about it in mental health last year. It's like sadness, but way worse.
Absolutely correct. Anything else?
Yeah, well, when they came in, they sort of like talked about how it felt and how like you were always sad and like you like got angry or irritated a lot and like you couldn't like eat or sleep or think about the future, and like kind of made me think about my mum.
What do you think?
Well, I just never knew she knew so much, and was just, you know, keeping it all in like that and just not saying anything. It just really upsets me to think about that.
But she is now.
Yes, I know, but
Module 8. And so we produced that first phase, and clearly foundations for good practice, good knowledge about the family model, completion of the e-learning, good understanding of the use of the A5 card, a commitment to best practice in working collaboratively with service users and their family members, and clearly one of the things missing, a supervision program to embed daily family-focused practice. Again, there's some usual suspects here, and this was also filmed at Queen's, a different group of people. Module 9 provides an approach for supervisors to support clinicians who use or want to use the family model to enhance their family-focused practice. It focuses on using A5 card version for developing family-focused care plans. The picture there is the family model on the front page of one of our local Australian journals. So we made the front page. But it's an article about using the A5 card in adult mental health services. So the Module 9 consists of, there's an option for both individual and group supervision. There are manuals and PowerPoints to go with it. Again, our thanks to HSCB in terms of support and funding. And of course, Mary's ever-present dynamism to make things happen. Step-by-step guides, assistance as always in helping practitioners to improve their family-focused practice. Summary of the video scenarios. It shows you the length and all the detail. I won't go into the detail, it's all there and available. There are 6 scenarios with video footage. So a good supervisor, who can make a good supervisor? Senior clinicians, managers, team leaders, and trainers. Having familiarity with the family model and having done the foundation course will contribute to a good supervisor. And enhancing not only theoretical knowledge and skills, but personal and professional values. For example, and this came up earlier, in a safe supervision setting, participants can discuss their experiences of success and failure. And in particular, there can be reflection on uncertainty about what to do in a challenging clinical situation and how to manage if I'm not sure what to do next. So good supervision can change a supervisor's life course and career trajectory. So nothing beats good supervision, mostly. Thank you.